Have you ever looked at your backside in the mirror and wondered, why is my butt losing its shape even though I exercise regularly? If so, you are far from alone. For adults over 50, it's common for the glutes to gradually lose their fullness, especially along the upper and outer regions. What used to be firm, lifted, and rounded slowly begins to flatten, sometimes creating the appearance of hip dips, sagging, or even a concave look when wearing snug pants. Many people immediately assume this is just a result of aging, or that the fix is simple: more squats, bridges, or lunges. But here's the often overlooked truth: you cannot fully restore your glutes if your pelvis is misaligned. Your gluteus medius, the side glute responsible for width and roundness, can't activate effectively if your pelvic alignment is off. As we age, everyday habits like prolonged sitting, subtle posture shifts, or general inactivity can slowly tilt, rotate, or shift the pelvis out of its optimal position. When this happens, the glutes lose their connection to your movements, and other muscles such as your thighs, hamstrings, or lower back start compensating. This prevents your glutes from engaging properly, even if you perform countless exercises, resulting in a flatter appearance over time. Scientific research supports this. A 2019 study in the Journal of Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy showed that people with anterior pelvic tilt or lateral pelvic shifts had significantly reduced glute activation during exercises designed to target them. Likewise, the American Council on Exercise emphasizes that muscles can only strengthen effectively when the joints are aligned correctly. If alignment is off, your body defaults to compensatory patterns, training the wrong muscles and reinforcing ineffective movement. For adults over 50, pelvic misalignment becomes more prevalent. Sitting for long periods, reduced mobility, and hormonal changes, especially after menopause, contribute to tilting or rotation of the pelvis. This misalignment disconnects the glutes from movement, weakening their tone and shape over time. Before attempting to rebuild your glutes, the first priority is reconnecting your glutes to your body. This involves retraining the pelvis and restoring the communication pathway between your brain and your glute muscles. That's why the first exercise in this program isn't a traditional strength move, it's a retraining drill called the wall hinge with lateral shift. Unlike a standard squat or bridge, this movement is designed for precision and neuromuscular activation. It helps your brain find the glutes that shape the sides of your hips. Here's how to do it. Stand roughly 6 to 8 inches in front of a wall with feet shoulder width apart and knees slightly bent. Place your hands on your hips and gently push your hips back until your butt lightly touches the wall. Then shift your hips slightly to the left, feeling your right glute engage. Return to center, then shift slightly to the right to engage the left glute. Perform 8 to 10 controlled representatives and complete 2 sets. Move deliberately, focusing on slow, precise movement rather than speed. This exercise accomplishes several things. Row lines the pelvis into a neutral, centered position. Activates both gluteus maximus and gluteus medius. Restores balance between left and right hips. Re-engages stabilizing muscles including deep hip rotators, obliques, and core. A 2021 study in physical therapy in sport found that low-load pelvic repositioning exercises improved gluteal symmetry and muscle recruitment in older adults in just 2 weeks. It's not about feeling the burn. It's about reconnecting your body's movement map so the right muscles activate when needed. Once the pelvis is aligned and glutes are firing, it's time for the second exercise, the wall-facing squat with calf raise. This exercise strengthens, shapes, and balances the glutes, targeting the gluteus medius while also engaging the calves, core, and stabilizing muscles. Unlike a conventional squat, it emphasizes posture, alignment, and proper muscle firing to prevent other muscles from compensating. To perform the exercise, stand 6 to 8 inches from a wall with feet slightly wider than hip width and toes angled outward 10 to 15 degrees. Place hands lightly on the wall for support. Slowly lower into a squat, keeping your chest upright and knees aligned over your toes. Descend to a comfortable depth, ideally forming a 45 to 60-degree angle in the thighs. At the bottom, rise onto your toes, lifting both heels, engaging your calves and glutes. Pause for 1 to 2 seconds at the top, then lower back down. Complete 10 to 12 representatives for 2 to 3 sets. This exercise deeply engages the gluteus medius for side fullness, strengthens calves, core, and glutes simultaneously, improves balance, coordination, and posture, trains the body to activate glutes first instead of knees or lower back. A 2022 study in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity showed that combined strength and balance exercises improve muscle tone, coordination, and fall resilience in adults over 60. Performing this after the wall hinge drill maximizes results because your pelvis is now properly aligned and your glutes are ready to fire. Together, these two exercises form a complete system. Rebuild alignment, restore activation, and strengthen your glutes in a functional, balanced way. No equipment or gym is needed, just precision, consistency, and mindful movement. Beyond aesthetics, strong glutes improve posture, reduce back strain, enhance mobility, and provide better balance for everyday activities. Flattening glutes are a symptom of misalignment and underuse, not just a natural result of aging. By addressing the root cause, you can restore shape, function, and confidence in your body. It's important to understand, losing glute shape isn't your fault. Sedentary habits, misalignment, and compensatory movement patterns silently change your muscles over time. With the right approach, you can rebuild glute strength, tone, and fullness, while also improving stability and posture. Start with the wall hinge with lateral shift to reconnect your glutes and restore pelvic alignment. Once the connection is re-established, move on to the wall-facing squat with calf raise to strengthen, shape, and refine the muscles. Remember, alignment comes first, activation second, and strength third. Skipping any step reduces effectiveness and can reinforce poor patterns. These exercises also enhance real-life movement. Activating the gluteus medius and other stabilizers improves walking, stair climbing, lifting, and balance. This approach goes beyond looks. It's about regaining functional strength, mobility, and confidence. For adults over 50, this system can be life-changing. It addresses years of inactivity, postural shifts, and weak neural connections to the glutes. Movements become smoother, standing feels stronger, and the glutes regain roundness and lift. Flat or sagging glutes aren't inevitable. They are a sign that your body has adapted to inactivity and misalignment over time. By addressing the root causes, retraining the pelvis, and reconnecting the glutes, you can reverse these changes and restore strength, shape, and function. No gym or fancy equipment is required. All you need is attention to detail, consistent practice, and intention. Small, precise movements performed daily yield significant improvements in muscle activation, balance, and glute fullness. Remember, fixing a flat or sagging backside isn't about doing endless representatives or chasing soreness. It's about reclaiming your foundation, your pelvis, posture, and mind muscle. Retraining the pelvis and reconnecting the glutes, you can reverse these changes and restore strength, shape, and function. No gym or fancy equipment is required. All you need is attention to detail, consistent practice, and intention. Small, precise movements performed daily yield significant improvements in muscle activation, balance, and glute fullness. Remember, fixing a flat or sagging backside isn't about doing endless representatives or chasing soreness. It's about reclaiming your foundation, your pelvis, posture, and mind muscle.